as their Eagles will match up with the New York Jets. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
There we go. Back, man. Louis! Go, go!
Get in the weight room. Show it up. Show it up.
Check nine, check nine.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Lefty, lefty. Man 5-7.
Crash, crash. 36.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Other side, solid, solid.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, empty, empty.
Fresno, Fresno.
On first down, they run with Howard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Check it.
Ram.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job,
play.
Check.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Wentz now on first down. There's the first NFL catch for the former Stanford man, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Bandit.
Check 15, check 15.
25, check 25, check 25.
Great.
Bang.
Down the man inside, down the man. SOS.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
No.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Kill.
What's your son?
49, check 49, check 49.
Hey, ram.
Rush in.
What's that?
They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Watch out.
Sponge. No. Check your hot read. Watch the end.
This is Corey Clement, the 3rd-year back from Wisconsin. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
Hey, Lou. The great finish done.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
The kick by Elliott is good. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Darnold. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 26, check 26. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Go.
Undercut.
Lefty.
Check 3.
Running with Howard. Howard has the first down and then some, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Shift. Watch the shift. Hatch it.
Man 5-7.
Kill.
Push 5-7.
Kill. Turn up.
Wait, touch.
They run with Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
5-7.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Exit.
Bravo. Other side, solid.
Snap coming at 1. Now wins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ram.
Kill.
On 2nd down, Clement. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch the secret.
Run.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead is now 14-10. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
At the 22-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on second down. Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
50 wants the mic.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Bell, of course, three-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Henry Anderson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Lady. Go. Here we go. Lady.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Son.
Go 58 to the mic. Push him back. Push him back. Back.
Young lady.
Take it.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff?
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson.
You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Chandler Catanzaro now. He hit from 59 a season ago. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Catanzaro's kick is good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this third-quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On first down, it's Darnold. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Strip the ball. Check nine. Tighten up. Tighten.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
And it's third down.
Check. Lucky.
Darnold from the gun. And that will be incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
At the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Lady!
57. Watch the run. 36.
Hey, Lou. Hey, Buck.
Check 6 guys.
On first down, Howard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Lion. Go.
Watch twist. Alert 3.
Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Go. 180. Lefty.
Who that? Switch. Hey, alert 3. Jim.
Man 5-7.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Tighten up.
Miss 5-7.
Check nickel. Check.
Other side, solid, solid.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Quentin Williams in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Let's fly two. Let's fly two. Hey, staff.
A give to Howard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
25, check 25, check 25. Bang, 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 bang.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Darnold, open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill. Ready?
Darnold down to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. To try again after the sack. Darnold. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Rush in. Check safety.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now, defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Ram. 81. Run. Tyson.
Wentz now to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ja'Kai Polite in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Hey, Steve 6.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Let's go.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Check 31.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he coughed it up.
Here we go. 120.
54. Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. He's coming. We got no.
On 1st down, Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they score? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Back to throw, Darnold. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he spins past him and into... Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 26, check 26.
Now Wentz. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Wentz now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
No. Come on now.
Wentz now on 1st down. It's caught by Aguilar. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Let's get off the field.
Black.
Under crunch. Check 3. You go tight.
Hey, ram.
You got
Lynch 5-3. Rip. Over here.
kill. Turn up. Kill.
On the delay, it's Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's what I do. 14, 82, 14.
Check right 39.
Black.
I got one. He's crashing. He's checking.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. Still going. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Red 80. 51 to Mike.
Red 80. Hey, wahoo. Here we go.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. Herndon's got it complete. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, it's all right.
Red 80.
Check.
Five.
Get one. 51, Mike 51.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. They'll come out in the pistol. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Montgomery. His first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Small. Lion.
Watch the shit.
To throw is Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate.
And this is caught inside the 5. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Jets,
up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to dreams. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my brother was out and he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shout it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. drown out my problems. Let me When up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.